Hello, everybody. Dr. F. Scott Field here, and I'd like to introduce you to our newest sponsor. The NPTE Final Frontier is the review course that I wish was around when I took the board exam. For those of you who know my story, it took me a handful of times to pass that exam, and quite frankly, I really wish I had an exam review course around, just like the NPTE Final Frontier. Check out their website, npteff.com, and use the code HET at checkout for 10% off to all of our listeners and fans.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Healthcare Education Transformation Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Dawn Brown, and I am bringing you another Teach Me Something Tuesday. Today, we are going to talk about practicing self-care. Full disclosure, I am bad at practicing self-care. So why should I teach you something about it? Well, first, as I joke with my students, do as I say and not as I do. But second, teaching you about self-care teaches me to be more mindful of integrating self-care into my daily routine. Well, what is self-care, you ask? It has been defined as a multidimensional, multifaceted process to purposefully engage in activities that promote your health and enhance your overall well-being. Self-care is vital to build your resilience to your everyday stressors. Think about studying for your exams. Think about your physical therapy courses that you have. Think about family issues you have and some personal issues that you may also have. Or even in this period of inflation and inevitable recession, think about these financial issues or financial stressors that we all have. Self-care isn't just about finding ways to relax and chill. It can take on many forms, such as physical self-care. It's about the quantity of your sleep and the quality of your sleep. It's about your diet and your nutrition. And yes, chocolate is a great distressor. It's about the level of exercise you engage in and getting regular physician checkups. Think about your mental self-care. That's about doing things to keep your mind sharp, practicing self-compassion and acceptance. Give yourself a little grace and mercy if you mess up. You fail an exam. You forget to do something that you said you would do. Choose positive thoughts more often. I'm reminded of words by a minister, the power of I am. Those two words, I am, can change your life and put you in a positive mental space. I am intelligent. I am kind. I am worthy. It's also about your spiritual self-care, doing things that give you a deeper sense of your purpose and your connection. And it doesn't have to be tied to religion or going to church. It can be associated with meditation, yoga, being in nature, and your overall self-reflection. And then there's your emotional self-care, including activities that help you acknowledge and express your feelings, especially when those feelings include anger and anxiety and sadness. Try talking to someone you can trust. Journal your feelings, or take a break from things or people that trigger unwanted negative emotions. And finally, there's your social self-care. It's your interaction with your friends and your associates, especially in person, given that many of our interactions with people in recent years have been via social media or on Zoom. We are not meant to live in isolation. So reflect upon what you are currently doing and what you need to do to nurture your relationships with your friends, your family, your peers, and your coworkers. Consider movie nights, dinners, game nights, and even volunteer opportunities to connect with people. Remember that self-care requires us to slow down and take time for ourselves to gain the strength and the positive energy to keep moving forward one day at a time. Ideally, we all need to engage in regular self-care to address our physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and social needs. So if you find yourself constantly feeling overwhelmed or exhausted, you're barely making it through each day, let alone through each week, then it's time for you to reflect upon your need for self-care. Attentiveness to self-care must be your priority in order to thrive as a physical therapy student and to thrive in life. I hope that this information on practicing self care was helpful, and we will see you on the next Teach Me Something Tuesday.